The Rob from 1061.
Rob, wait.
What?
This is post to post. We got to do something big, something out there.
What were you thinking?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Town Square Media and 1061 KISS FM proudly bring to you your podcast champions of the world. He's the R to the O to the B. I'm STEVE. We are your hosts with the most, bringing you everything wrestling related from post to post.
Now it's the Rob from 1061 KISS FM here with my tag team partner in podcasting.
Hey guys, it's me, Steve, web contributor to 1061 evansville.com.
A very special week. This is our year-end finale for Post to Post. By the way, I just want to say, Steve, congratulations on wrapping up a first year.
Thank you very much.
And it's been great doing the show with you. I'm glad that we've been able to, transition from the enhancement talent to post with a lot of great viewers. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We certainly couldn't do it without you. This will be our last episode until 2016 due to vacation schedules and holidays and all that kind of stuff. What a week it has been, my goodness. Our third episode this week because we had an emergency meeting on Tuesday to address the Roman Reigns title situation. Of course, we'll be talking about that heading into 2016, but today's episode will be our annual Postie Awards.
Yes.
Now, what this was going to be was Steve and I were going to convene and discuss what we as a group thought was some of the best in wrestling over the past year. That wound up being very difficult.
Yes.
And I do want to say, I think now we made the right choice.
Yes, we did.
Because we're two different personalities.
Very.
We have very differing opinions. Let's quickly go through, and we can't spend too much time on everything, but we'll justify it quickly why we feel the way we feel.
All right.
I know for the first several categories we will agree, and that's great. For example, Superstar of the Year.
Yep, that's probably the big one, but I know that we both agree on Seth Rollins.
So it was Seth Rollins' year. Seth Rollins kind of came out of nowhere. This was supposed to be Roman Reigns' year. Didn't wind up happening that way. Out of nowhere. Once the cash-in happened at WrestleMania, it was boom, Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah, big fireball.
Up until Survivor Series, it was he owned the year. There's no way around it. Even thinking of names like Cena, thinking of names like Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan. No other name was close, in my opinion, to Seth Rollins.
And those other guys had great years,
but
they didn't have Seth Rollins' year.
Right. No, I can't think of many other people in history who have had Seth Rollins years. So congratulations to Seth Rollins. You are unanimously voted as the Superstar of the Year. You earned it. You had great matches. In my opinion, a great maiden title run. I'm sure you'll have many more, but you earned your keep with that title run. My goodness.
You did.
So fantastic. Also, Tag Team of the Year. I'm certain we haven't really discussed this one, but I know we agree.
Yeah, you almost have to agree.
Our very good friends, The New Day, who we've been happy to have on Post to Post in the past. We've also had them on the Enhancement Talent in the past. We've also had them on the 16-Bit Superstars, another video blog that Steve and I do. Yep. So if you enjoy Post to Post, feel free to keep clicking around and find our video game blog called the 16-Bit Superstars. I feel like I'm best friends with them.
Yes, I think you are.
I feel like we have so many memories together and so much good times that I'm happy to say my best friends, The New Day, were Tag Team of the Year.
Yeah.
Their brand of humor, their trio tag team, and their authenticity, to me, was what led them to be the best tag team this year.
And ultimately, one of the hottest acts. I mean, in all the lulls, they kept your attention, even on the bad Raws.
So then we were talking, and then came Diva of the Year.
Yes.
Who would have thought that it would have led to a firestorm that divided Steve and I?
Oh my goodness. We almost came to blows.
But you know what? We both have good reasons for what we think. The category is Diva of the Year.
Yes.
And I'm going to give my award to Charlotte.
Okay.
Steve?
I'm giving mine to Nikki Bella.
Nikki Bella, I feel like, is the obvious choice. If you sit down and think about it, she had a great title run.
Yes.
That was the longest run in Diva history. And I get why your brain wants to go there. But I feel like it's not the amount of days as champion. It's the amount of great matches or memorable moments as champion. And I feel like Charlotte had the strongest year of any Diva. When she got called up, given she was with other people, but when she got called up, it kick-started this hashtag Diva Revolution, which you can be positive or anti, but it happened. She wound up winning the title after being in WWE for such a short period of time, and in my opinion, is the best female athlete in the company right now. Has the best matches consistently. So that's why I'm picking Charlotte.
Okay. I don't know if I agree with she's the best athlete. They are definitely putting her out there for everyone to see. I think there's a couple even better athletes than Nikki Bella, but I think Nikki Bella had a pretty strong year. She had the title run, she had the Paige feud, and she even had a dominant performance against Charlotte, and Charlotte pulled off the miracle move that won her the title.
Yeah, I feel like if you're measuring by days, you give it to Nikki. If you're measuring by moments and memories, you give it to Charlotte, and that's how I'm choosing to measure. So there we go. Let's talk about match of the year.
All right.
3 names came to mind, but I did settle on one. Who do you have as best match of 2015, Steve?
Best match of the year came early in the year. It came in January. I'm giving it to John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and Seth Rollins, the triple threat at Royal Rumble.
I had that match in the back of my mind. It was not in my top 3. I'm giving this match to the match of the year, Seth Rollins and John Cena at Night of Champions for the United States Championship.
Okay.
In my opinion, I thought was the match of the year, but there were 2 other ones that were just neck and neck to me, and I want to give a quick runner-up shout-out to Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan from Fastlane.
Okay.
Had an incredible match.
That was.
And also Kevin Owens versus John Cena won.
Okay.
For the U.S. Championship at Elimination Chamber.
All right.
That match I feel like kind of had a lot of people talking. I didn't make it the match of the year, though. I thought it was a little disjointed. I covered that in depth, though, after that episode. But it was certainly a much talked about match for good reason.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the newcomer or the call-up of the year. Newcomer doesn't mean brand new to wrestling. Newcomer means that they're new to the WWE roster.
Yeah, we're focusing on the main roster, and that's where we came up with this.
So I'm going to nominate Kevin Owens.
And I will agree with you.
Okay, so then there you go. Unanimously, Kevin Owens made the biggest impact of all the NXT guys. You have a few good names to choose from, but I feel like Kevin Owens ran away with it.
Yeah, you come in, you beat John Cena, you get your name put up there pretty fast.
Now that you have three big time feuds on pay-per-view with John Cena, and you delivered the goods every time. You still have a career going, like Adam Rose Bo Dallas right now. Kevin Owens is still very relevant in the main scheme right now. Steve, we're going to talk about the best talking head. When I saw this one, I was like, okay, it's an interesting category, but you know what? I have a strong opinion about this, so absolutely. Steve, who's the best talking head?
I'm going to maybe go out there a little bit as far as thinking. I'm going to give it to Renee Young.
We agree.
Nice.
I feel like there's no other choice.
Yeah.
In fact, I will go as far as to say I don't like the other talking heads.
Yeah.
The only one who does a good job on any of those pre-game shows is Renee Young.
Yeah.
So we agree. Unanimous there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the most shocking moments. I'm factoring in on-screen events, and no off-screen news qualifies in this.
Okay.
But the most shocking moment on-screen to me, I'm going to go ahead and go with WrestleMania 31, Seth Rollins cashes in out of nowhere, kicking off his title reign.
We agree again. I think it was neck and neck between the Owens upset of Cena, but that WrestleMania match, you have Brock and you have Roman Reigns, and it's just starting to get good. Roman Reigns is given that, you can hurt me, but I'm still coming. And then Seth Rollins, smack. It just lit up.
The timing and it was buzzworthy. Everyone was talking about it. That to me was the most shocking moment. I was hoping it would happen, but never thought it would.
Yeah.
My runner-up was actually Sting fights for the WWE World Championship.
Okay.
So that was my second most shocking moment.
All right.
Let's talk about the best promo of the year. Do you have one of these?
I didn't really have one until me and you talked, and I don't know if you went with what we talked about, but I'm going to go with the Paul Heyman Blizzard Raw.
It was
edition.
I actually wound up giving it some more thought, and I found one that I liked better. But that's my runner-up. The Blizzard Raw, where Paul Heyman was talking about Roman Reigns and his family, was fantastic. I guess about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, Bray Wyatt was on Raw before Survivor Series, talking to The Undertaker about his lost dog. And it was a very dark promo.
Yes.
Was one that I think that Bray Wyatt, in my opinion, may have cut a better promo than Paul Heyman this year.
Okay.
But consistently, I'm a Paul Heyman guy for sure.
Definitely.
And those are my 2 favorite for sure. So if we want to agree as a team, I'm happy to give that one to Paul Heyman.
All right.
Always happy to award Paul Heyman. The feud of the year. Lots of great feuds to choose from. Steve, who did you go with?
Got to go with Kevin Owens and John Cena.
We agree.
Yep.
That's what I've got written down on my paper, too. Kevin Owens and John Cena had 3 huge matches. All of them delivered the good. All of them, I felt, put John Cena out of his comfort zone, and it made a star. And that's what's really important. And a good feud makes stars, and that's what this feud did, I feel like.
And not only did it make a star, but it reinvigorated John Cena. You got to see a side of John Cena you haven't seen in a while.
I always say this, John Cena is at his best when he's not fighting for the world title, when he's not in the main event, and I think this year proved it. He spent a lot of time in the middle of the card, having great matches, getting people over, while not losing steam himself, and was just phenomenal this year.
Yes.
2015 may have been my favorite year for John Cena.
Yep.
So good for him. After this, we've got 2 more. The biggest news story of the year, or the most shocking moment off screen.
I'll go ahead.
Oh, I've got 2 I want to throw out there. The one I'm going with, I feel like the biggest news story of the year was when Seth Rollins suffered his knee injury, leading into Survivor Series, necessitating a tournament at Survivor Series. Nobody saw that happening. It brought an end to such an historic title run, in my opinion, that this story was the one. I was getting blown up about it. I remember I was driving. I usually don't like to answer my texts when I'm driving. I get texts from Steve. I get texts from my friend Jared. I get texts from my friend John. Everyone is texting me about this. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? I look at my phone. I find out that, the champion has now been injured, and then this happens.
Yeah, completely altering every facet of WWE, programming going forward.
My runner-up, though, for this one was one that was talked about in many real news outlets, and an interesting story to say the least. I don't think anyone saw this coming, but the Hulk Hogan racist story was a huge national story that wound up being very shocking, I feel like. So that was my runner-up for news story of the year. And then we have one last award that we want to use to honor those that have passed, the Rest in Peace Award for the most impactful wrestling death. And I feel like there were really, more than one wrestler died, but there were 2 big ones.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the Rest in Peace Award this year goes to Dusty Rhodes.
Agreed.
I almost went with Roddy Piper. I was more of a Piper guy. Obviously, Dusty Rhodes was my least favorite wrestler of all time, but his impact on wrestling was shaken the most when he died.
Yeah, because he was still in the product today.
He was very relevant, but I feel like the wrestling community on screen and off screen mourned him.
Yes.
Shockingly more than Roddy Piper. We miss them both. Both fantastic wrestlers and a huge part of our lives. But I will even agree, and I will say that this award needs to go to Dusty Rhodes this year.
Yes.
He even had the NXT Tag Title Tournament named after him.
Yes, he did.
So I thought that his impact on the business is sorely missed.
Yes.
So those are our Postie Awards. If you agree, if you disagree, feel free to leave comments. Feel free to email us.
I was a listener of this show, and Rob brought me in. I love the enhancement talent. I just want to take a minute to tell you how good this guy is. He brought me in. He lets me sit here. I respect the hell out of him. Would do anything in the world for him. I just want to say thank you, Rob.
Steve.
And I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It's because of you that the legacy of the enhancement talent was able to move on in post to post. You were the only name I could think of. It wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you. So you sacrificed your time to come in here. I appreciate those sacrifices. Thank you for all that you do. And here's to many more episodes in 2016. So we'll sign off one more time. For myself, the Rob, and for my good friend Steve.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.